If you were Treasury Secretary right now, and you saw coming this AI explosion, what would you be watching for in terms of impact on jobs, impact on productivity in the United States? I mean, are you yet seeing anything that makes this feel truly transformative from an economic perspective?
Things happen slower than you thought they would, and then they happen faster than you thought they could. A good example of that is driverless cars. 6 or 7 years ago, on shows like this, we would have been confident that they were going to be transforming the taxi and chauffeur industry by now, but they've really had almost no effect yet. Sooner or later, they will. I think there are many examples like that. So I suspect there's going to be less impact than many people fear in most sectors over the next 3 years, and more impact over the next 10 or 15 years. For example, my guess is that AI will change what doctors do, diagnose people on the basis of complex information, sooner and harder than it will change what nurses do, uh, giving people basic medical treatments and giving them comfort and compassion. So I think there are a lot of traditional hierarchies and ways of thinking about the way organizations work that's likely to be quite profoundly changed here.
Should we be less concerned from a policy perspective? Since, I mean, if it's going to hit the high earners more and faster, those are also the people that actually have access to the levers of political power. So they can do things to help ensure that policies actually do address this in their favor, where if it's just about lower and middle class workers, these people can get hit for decades and no one's going to do anything about it.
Yeah, I think that's a reasonable argument, Ian. Ian, it's also a reasonable argument, though, to suggest that because this is particularly threatening to some groups that are particularly influential, we may be even more likely to engage in restrictionist and protectionist policies that limit our ability to get benefit from these technologies, or that slow down its dissemination. It's very, very early, I think, to know what the impacts are likely to be. In general, I think it's better to let many flowers bloom than to overdo restriction on these kinds of things. But I think there's no question that questions of what's someone's own work, questions of what's real and what's unreal, these are all things that are going to be implicated by these technologies.